Did you know that something as common as rice could be sabotaging your health without you even realizing it? Rice, which so many people consume daily thinking it's a healthy choice, could actually be contributing to problems like blood sugar spikes, weight gain, and even exposure to toxins if it's not chosen and prepared correctly. Imagine you're trying to take care of your diet, but making a mistake that many people don't even know they're making, one that could be easily avoided. Fortunately, today I'm going to show you how to turn this situation around. You'll discover what's really hidden in white rice, why washing rice properly makes all the difference, and how to avoid one of the most dangerous mistakes in the kitchen. Are you overlooking the arsenic in rice? How can you minimize its impact on your blood sugar? And what's the best way to eat rice every day without harming your health? The answers are closer than you think. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. And let us know in the comments where in the world you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. Mistake number 1, not combining rice with a protein source. Many people see rice as a side dish, not the main event, and that's perfectly fine. Combining rice with protein not only boosts its benefits, but also lowers its glycemic index, making it easier to digest, helping with weight control, and improving overall health. Many cultures have traditional dishes that combine rice with proteins like legumes, which are excellent for our bodies. The protein in legumes helps lower the glycemic index of rice, which is especially beneficial for people with diabetes, pre-diabetes, or those looking to lose weight. Mistake number 2, ignoring the glycemic index of rice. You've probably heard of the glycemic index, which measures how a food affects your blood sugar levels. In an active lifestyle, this might not be an issue. However, consuming high glycemic foods over time can wear out your insulin due to the constant effort of controlling sugar, which can lead to insulin resistance, pre-diabetes, and eventually diabetes. We know that white rice has a higher glycemic index than brown rice, so it's important to choose varieties that are absorbed more slowly, like brown rice or wild rice. Additionally, it's advisable to combine rice with protein-rich foods, like legumes, which are not only nutritious, but also help slow the absorption of sugar from the rice. Mistake number 3, ignoring the anti-nutrients in rice. Although brown rice has many benefits, it also contains phytic acid, a substance that can make it harder to absorb nutrients like iron, calcium, and zinc. So, should we avoid brown rice because of this? The answer is no. There's a time-tested technique that our ancestors used to solve this problem: soaking. Simply soak the rice in water for at least 8 hours or overnight. This process activates natural enzymes that break down the phytic acid. Additionally, soaking helps eliminate some of the arsenic in the rice. If you don't have time to soak your rice, don't worry. The amount of phytic acid you consume won't make much difference to your health unless you plan on eating large amounts of unsoaked brown rice every day. In this case, the benefits of rice far outweigh the risks. Mistake number 4, consuming too much white rice. White rice is the refined version of this grain, from which the outer layer, the bran, has been removed, making it less nutritious. This bran contains a significant portion of the vitamins, minerals, and fiber you need. Also, when you eat this grain without its covering, the starch in the rice, which is basically sugar, goes directly into your bloodstream, forcing the pancreas to release a large amount of insulin to remove it from circulation. Of course, there's no harm in eating white rice occasionally, but if we do it often, we'll overload our pancreas and increase the risk of developing insulin resistance, which can lead to diabetes. Plus, the lack of fiber in white rice can cause a rebound effect, making you feel hungry soon after eating it. However, there is a way to minimize this harm, which we'll cover when we discuss how to prepare rice properly. In the meantime, the ideal choice is brown rice, which retains its fiber and is far more nutritious, in addition to being gentler on your blood sugar levels, helping you avoid spikes that lead to fat accumulation in the abdomen and organs like the liver. Mistake number 5, not washing the rice. A clear rule is that before cooking rice, whether white or brown, it's crucial to wash it thoroughly. Failing to wash rice properly increases our exposure to heavy metals like arsenic and even traces of pesticides. Washing rice under cold running water helps eliminate these substances from the grain, washing them down the drain. You can see how effective this is by observing that when you wash the rice, the water initially turns white. If you keep washing, the liquid will eventually become clear, indicating that you've removed those unwanted contaminants. Japanese rice preparation experts recommend washing the rice up to 7 times to ensure it's sufficiently clean. This may not be necessary, but it's a good idea to wash your rice at least once or twice before cooking. Mistake number 6, overreacting to the arsenic in rice. This is an example of how sometimes, with the best of intentions, we make health decisions that actually harm us. Arsenic is a toxic substance found in the soil, water, and air we breathe, and it's estimated that half of us are exposed to levels above the recommended amount. The main source of this is our diet, especially rice, which is present in nearly every pantry around the world. Arsenic accumulates in the blood, interferes with energy production, and, in high and prolonged doses, can increase the risk of several types of cancer. Many people, upon learning about the presence of arsenic in rice, opt for white rice instead of brown, since most of the toxin is in the bran. While white rice does contain less arsenic, it's also less nutritious, having lost many nutrients and fiber. Moreover, eating white rice frequently leads to blood sugar spikes, which harm our health. So, do we have to choose between consuming the arsenic in brown rice or enduring the blood sugar spikes from white rice? Absolutely not. I'll show you how to prepare brown rice to remove the arsenic while keeping all the benefits of this grain. Mistake number 7, reheating rice improperly. Reheated rice can be dangerous for our health due to a specific type of bacteria, Bacillus cereus, which multiplies quickly at room temperature and produces toxins that remain in the food, causing nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain shortly after ingestion. Although these bacteria can be killed by heating the rice, they leave behind heat-resistant spores. Reheating rice does not eliminate these toxins, which can cause gastroenteritis if the rice has been left out for many hours. There are several simple measures you can take to avoid this problem. First and foremost, refrigerate the rice as soon as possible after cooking. The cold prevents bacteria and spores from multiplying. Rice can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 4 days. If you can't eat it within that time, the best option is to freeze it, which completely inhibits any chance of contamination. This way, you can reheat and eat the rice safely. Now that we've discussed the main mistakes people make when consuming rice, let's explore how to prepare it and the benefits it can offer your health. First benefit, protection for the brain. Brown rice contains vitamin E, which protects brain cells from oxidative stress and is an excellent source of complex carbohydrates that release glucose gradually, keeping your brain healthy and active. By consuming white rice, you can provide a steady supply of energy to your brain without the sharp peaks and drops that can reduce your performance. Additionally, brown rice is a good source of B vitamins, especially B1 or thiamine, which is essential for your nervous system as it ensures the proper transmission of nerve impulses. Vitamin B3, or niacin, protects the brain from oxidative damage, while folic acid, or vitamin B9, helps regenerate nerves when they're damaged. Second benefit, improvement for the heart. Brown rice is particularly beneficial for the heart due to its high fiber content, especially soluble fiber. This fiber forms a gel in the intestines that removes bile, which is made of cholesterol, from the body, forcing the liver to draw cholesterol from the arteries to produce more bile. Additionally, the antioxidants in rice, such as flavonoids, help prevent cholesterol oxidation, which can damage arteries. Third benefit, cancer prevention. Brown rice is an excellent source of antioxidants, such as ferulic acid, a plant compound that helps combat oxidative stress in every cell due to pollution, pesticides, or everyday stress. Furthermore, the fiber in brown rice is associated with a reduced risk of cancer, especially colon cancer. This is because speeding up intestinal transit helps remove toxins and harmful substances that can promote cancer development in the intestinal wall. Fourth benefit, digestive aid. The intestines host a vast ecosystem of billions of microorganisms, the gut flora or microbiota. These bacteria work daily for our digestive, cardiovascular, and immune health, as well as weight control. The only thing they ask in return is a regular supply of fuel to keep performing their tasks, and that fuel is fiber. Brown rice provides soluble fiber, which nourishes and enhances the diversity of the gut microbiota. Additionally, certain important bacteria in the gut depend on this fiber to survive. Rice is also known as a digestive cereal because of its insoluble fiber, which acts as a broom in the intestines. This fiber moves through the digestive system almost unchanged, reaching the colon and removing toxins and other substances that shouldn't stay in the body for long. This facilitates the colon's work and helps prevent constipation. Fifth benefit, rice is gluten-free. Rice is naturally gluten-free, unlike cereals such as wheat, barley, and rye, which contain gluten. For people with celiac disease or gluten intolerance, rice is an excellent dietary option. This makes it an ideal food for those individuals, since it doesn't cause the harm that gluten can in sensitive people. How to consume rice correctly. Now that you know the benefits of rice and the most common mistakes, it's time to learn how to consume it correctly. First, washing the rice. The process of pre-washing is also essential. Thoroughly rinsing the rice under running water until the water is as clear as possible is an excellent way to remove arsenic residues and other substances, like pesticides, which are often more concentrated on the surface of the grain. These two measures are enough to minimize any risk associated with arsenic. Second, eliminating the arsenic. Although the presence of arsenic in rice is concerning, there are ways to eliminate it. The first is during the cooking process. It's important to cook the rice with plenty of water. The usual proportion of 2 cups of water for each cup of rice is not sufficient to completely remove this toxin. The ideal is to use 6 or more cups of water for each cup of rice, discarding the water at the end of cooking, as arsenic is water-soluble and detaches from the grain during cooking. Varieties of rice. Not all rice is the same. The further we move from its natural form, as in white rice, the more aggressively it behaves on our insulin, as its sugars act more like pure glucose. Therefore, the best choice for daily consumption is always the least processed form, like brown rice. However, if you consume white rice, you should know that there are ways to minimize its impact on your blood sugar levels. First trick, cooking it al dente. Another effective technique is to cook rice al dente. When the rice is slightly firmer, your body takes longer to digest it, causing the blood sugar to rise more slowly. Second trick, cooling the rice. Let the rice cool in the refrigerator for 12 hours after cooking. The cold causes some of the starch to become resistant, behaving like fiber in your body. This can reduce the glycemic index of rice by up to 50%. The right amount of rice. The recommended amount of rice per day depends on your activity level, metabolism, and whether you have any health conditions like diabetes or insulin resistance. As a general rule, it's recommended that carbohydrates, including rice, account for between 45% and 65% of total daily calories. In more practical terms, this equates to about 1 to 2 cups of cooked rice per day, always as part of a balanced diet, accompanied by proteins and healthy fats. If you have anything to add, please share it with us in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm leaving 2 videos on the screen that I'm sure you'll enjoy. See you there.